A fantastic day. I want to dive into the Busy Dad Fat Loss Blueprint for you, but to give you some context, my name's Jacob Burke. I own Relentless Warrior Training. We've helped over 600 busy dads get in phenomenal shape, but not just get in phenomenal shape, but to keep it, still go out on date nights, still be able to take your kids out for ice cream, because I'm a firm believer that is the foundation. That is how, we're going to lose the 30 to 50 pounds and keep it off. So I also understand if you're here for this blueprint, you're probably a busier guy, which means time is very limited, right? So what we need to focus on is you cannot choose programs that are 2 hours in the gym, that single guys can create, right? We got wives, we got kids, we got businesses, we have a crazy schedule. So I want to give you this to really break down this blueprint for you guys. So just to give some overview, time efficiency is everything. So 30 to 40 minutes, 3 to 4 workouts per week, whichever you can squeeze in. I want you guys to also have this in mind. Training it's ideal, right? We need to make sure that we're maximizing our time in the gym, but this needs to be paired up with proper nutrition. Nutrition is 80% of the progress that you're going to make. Training plays a huge role, but also your mindset does too. So we need to make sure all of those are factored in, and it's not just us thinking just because your abs burn and you're doing some crunches does not mean you're going to have a six-pack tomorrow. Because if that was the case, we'd all be walking around shredded every single day, right? But we're going to break this up really smart for you guys. And the goal is to drop body fat while maintaining or building lean muscle mass. That's the end goal. So this is designed for you dads that will have work, family, full plates, and it's no fluff, right? So breaking it all down, the training plan, what that's going to look like, what you need to focus on is block phases. And I want to break this down for you to give you some context. If you go and purchase Arnold Schwarzenegger, his program that says it's going to get you in elite shape to, get shredded or, lose your dad bod, let's say. Just because you go through that doesn't mean that's going to happen. So I want to break this down. And what I mean by block training phases is I want you to picture hitting a nail inside of a board, hitting it over and over again, right? You need to hit it at the same exact impact point. You need to drive it down until it finally gets in there. And then you can set the new nail. That's how I want you to picture these training phases. So when you go through this isn't just, I need to do this for 1 week and that's it. No, you need to do this for 4 to 6 weeks. And the reason why you need to do that is because you need to maximize on them. So whenever you see a dumbbell incline press, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're just choosing the same weights for 4 sets of 10 reps for 4 to 6 weeks. The goal is, I just got done with week 1. How can I improve on week 2? How can I get stronger? How can I get better? And that doesn't necessarily mean adding weight every single time, but that means maximizing my potential and my intensity inside the gym. So breaking these down, they're pretty self-explanatory. If you don't understand any of the movements, I want you to look them up on YouTube. They're simple. Just type in whatever movement I have listed for you. Just type it in and then put demo right behind it, and it's going to give you a demonstration. I even have the times on here just to give you some context on that as well. But everything is really broken up to strategically create a program around your life that you're not, spending hours and hours inside of the gym. And we also have some finishers that we throw in there for you guys. But here's how you can break it up with schedule options. If you were just doing the 3 times per week, or if you wanted the 4 times per week, break it up just like this: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Or you can throw it on a Saturday, and that could be like your makeup day. If you missed on Friday, but that's if you wanted to add a shoulders and arms day, which obviously, is going to be a lot better for you guys to push a little bit more to get that extra exercise session in for the week. So I want to break this down. Nutrition for fat loss and muscle retention. Guys, the general starting point where you need to start at, I'm going to be making a whole new training on this because there's so much more in depth to this. But I want you guys to understand eating healthy is good, but you can still be in a caloric surplus while eating healthy. Meaning you can eat chicken salads and egg whites and chicken and broccoli and rice and still put fat on. So you need to be doing exactly what works for you. So if you've been eating healthy, if you've been working out regularly and you're not seeing changes, it's because you don't have your macros dialed in. I can 100% guarantee that is what's going on. So what you need to aim for your protein, and if you guys want to look up a training on this, look up how to use MyFitnessPal, how to food journal, how can I log my foods, how can I build my macros, okay? So you want to go from 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. For your carbs, do you really want to focus these around your workouts? I always say pre-workout, you want a fast or a slow digestive carb, like something like oats or like a heavier carb source that's really going to take some time to digest. And after you work out, a fast digestive carb, something that you can get in your system like pineapple. And fats, moderate to low. Okay. This is just an example split for you guys. 190 grams of protein, 180 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat. That's 2,100 to 22 calories adjusted, based on your current size. But to give you context, that's how it looks to really break down macronutrients. Macros are what makes up calories. So proteins, carbs, and fats. Guys, this is the same system I've used for 600 plus busy dads inside of my coaching program. And this is some guys that recently have gone through this exact training phase. And all of this was less than 90 days. And if you really break this down, like you can really make some damage happen in 90 days. Like Colby right here, he's training for an ultra marathon right now, and he has a busy, busy life. My client Thomas, he travels every 2 weeks, but he was able to shed 40 pounds. My client Tyler, he's a very busy dad, business owner. His time is very limited. Travis as well, he got completely shredded by staying consistent with the right things and just following a strategic game plan. This works. I've done it with hundreds and hundreds of busy dads. And if you apply these principles, I guarantee you can make some progress happen. This blueprint is meant to give you a kickstart. Yes, there is some roadblocks that you're going to approach that's going to need some, extra accountability and some extra in-depth work. But this is to give you a game plan of what that's going to look like and how to give you that kickstart. So for the meal strategies to really break those down, 2 solid meals, 1 protein shake, and a flexible dinner. That's what I want you guys to focus on. You're busy. So the best game plan you can have is be dialed in on your breakfast and lunch, because dinners are always going to fluctuate. You're married, you got kids, you have date nights you're going to be going on. Really set out a strategic game plan for this. Family-friendly options, taco bowls, burgers with lettuce and buns or lettuce buns, grilled chicken wraps, no snacking without protein. That's key. Okay? And keep breakfast and lunch simple to reduce the friction inside your diet. Okay? But non-negotiables I want you guys to set out for yourself. 10K steps minimum every single day. If you work from a desk, get a walk pad. It's $120 off of Amazon. Okay? 1 gallon of water. No screen time before 9 a.m. unless it's work or doing some type of self-development, like reading scripture, doing something, listening to a podcast that's going to help you out mentally. Because like I said, if your mind is not in this, your body's not going to follow. So we need to first flip the switch mentally. 2 minutes of morning silence plus 1 gratitude note just to yourself, man. You need to start off your days with wins, okay? And plan your meals before starving. Huge. You do not want to be starving to make a decision, because you're going to talk yourself into the things that you've been craving. Okay. A promise that I can leave you with is you don't need 90 minutes a day to look and feel like a leader. You need structure in your day, commitment, and a system designed for your season of life. And if you wanted some additional guidance, if you've been watching my page at Jacob Burke Fitness on Instagram or even my Facebook, if you want a custom training plan that is fit for your goals and your schedule, because I understand this is tough, you need some additional guidance. A custom meal plan to still enjoy your life, to have date nights, to still go out and enjoy ice cream or cookies and burgers and still see fat loss happening, just like my clients here do on a weekly basis. This is for you. Weekly accountability, weekly team coaching calls, and creates this as a lifestyle, not just a season of life. If that is you, this is what we provide inside of our custom built app that we build out a training program for you. So what we focus on is really, progress. We keep track of your progress here. We make sure that even if you don't understand a movement, there's videos that you're going to watch. You're going to log your weights that you're using inside of our app. And as you can see right here, we give a total breakdown of your entire week. This is one of my client Colby's, his entire program right here that he's following with his workouts broken up specifically for him. So guys, if that is you, I want you to go to my Instagram and go back to the chat wherever we were talking at and message me the word Fit Dad so we can get you started, so we can take this thing to the next level. I appreciate you guys, and I hope this blueprint really gives you a kickstart to a new you.